Hello everybody and welcome to a little video thing that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's called Critical Rocket's Battle Mech Wishlist 3025 edition. So it was something I thought of a while back when mulling over Lore Warrior ideas, and well, there's a lot of battle mechs not currently in Mech Warrior Online and likely never will now given the upcoming and now arrived time skip. So basically this is what I would like to see in MWO mech-wise with my poorly thought out reasoning and an excuse to show off these neglected war machines. So let's kick it off. So we're going to start with the lights. Now we've got the WSP-1A Wasp. Aside from being a classic and unseen from the popular anime series Harmony Gold Legal Reasons, the Wasp is another 20-ton light that was used heavily by the Inner Sphere throughout the 25th century onwards. The 1A is armed with a medium laser and SRM-2, making it more damaging than the Locust, but more importantly, it can jump. It looks sweet, and hell, it could run similar builds to the Locust with ER large laser snipers and the like. Hardpoints can always, and have, been fudged to allow for more build options. The 1D is an all-energy variant with 2 small lasers and a flamer. The 1K removes the missile for a machine gun, so ballistics options. The 1S uses Lost Tech to pump up the damage with a medium pulse, 2 small lasers, and a flamer. Hell, even the 1W gives you 6 small lasers, and if you want something with new tech, you have the 3S with ER mediums, ECM, and TAG. Basically, there's no shortages here for choices, and hey, why not have a hero that nods to the classic Skull and Crossbones art used from the Robotech/Macross series? Next up, the STG-3R Stinger. The brother of the Wasp, it packs 2 machine guns and a medium laser, so ballistics instead of missiles for the standard variant. Another 20-ton fast-moving capable, that's a jump-capable light. This mech looks the fucking business compared to the Wasp. I will fight you in the car park over this. Also built in the 25th century, it's a pretty old design that fit a similar role alongside the Wasp, thus the two are seen quite regularly together. The 3G had 2 medium lasers, so laser boat versions with hardpoint inflation, or alternatively you can have the 3GB Royal variant with 3 medium lasers and a single small. Want to go totally top tits? Why not have the Taurian Concordat's 5R model, featuring an ER medium laser and 2 rocket launcher 15s. And finally, for the new tech fans out there, you have the 6S, with ECM again, like the Wasp, 2 light machine guns, and a single ER medium laser. VLK-QA Valkyrie. Produced much later than the Wasp and Stinger, the influence of both can be seen here with an aim to replace them. It was built in the later 2780s, upping the tonnage to 30, which means more armour and weapons. The QA comes with a single LRM-10 and medium laser, giving it the ability to harass and protect itself when engaged at close range. The QD-1 features an ER medium laser with an LRM-15 with other upgrades like targeting computers and Artemis fire control. You could also use the QD model and mess around with the hardpoint numbers and differentiate a bit more, but really these 3 would need a pretty magic treatment anyway by the art department to make them legally safe. But I wouldn't be worried since the previous work has been pretty good, and I'm not going to worry about the lawsuit anytime soon. Finishing off the lights, we have the OTT-7J Ostscout. Now, it isn't winning any fights anytime soon in its default loadout, a single medium laser, but hey, the Spider was a weak light, and in the right hands that thing kicks ass. Let's not forget, the Assassin also struggles stock as well going into MWO, and that got there. So, this is a 35-ton light developed for the sole purpose of scouting the enemy and avoiding fire, the medium laser being the bare minimum of defense for the pilot. Hey, it still features jump jets, and PGI can always wave that magic hardpoint wand over the mech and boom, 3 or 4 energy hardpoints or ECM or some shit like that. The OTT-9CS comes with more tech and firepower however, namely 2 ER mediums and a single small. And another workable variant is the OTT-7JB, which has Beagle and Endo Steel as standard but the same weapons. And finally the OTT-11J, it has 2 light PPCs. And hey, PGI change shit all the time to fit the mold, so you can do the same with it. It's not like I'm going to run it custom anyway. Next up, the mediums. And one of my favourites, the CLNT-2-3T Clint. A genuine joy to see on the battlefield. The Clint is a badass looking medium at 40 tons, packing a single AC-5 and 2 medium lasers. Straightforward, not afraid to fight anyone regardless of size. Alright, I embellished a bit there, but any mech that has an image like Dirty Harry pointing a gun at you has to be a badass motherfucker, right? It's still capable of jumping, a must for most low-weight mediums in Mech Warrior Online. We have plenty of variants, but personally I like the look of the CLNT-2-3U, which mounts an ER PPC, medium pulse lasers, and double heat sinks, so an all-energy model for those of you who love the wub and the pew-pew. The CLNT-2-40 brings dual AC2, so basically you can inflate the hardpoints if needs be for a Dakar Clint. And the CLNT-5U is the Civil War model that brings a light fusion engine, a single ER large, and 3 ER medium lasers with tag, so loads of hardpoints there. Next up, the HER-2S Hermes II. It isn't going to win any beauty contests, that's for sure. Maybe in the lobbies, but it's another 40-tonner that, like the Clint, has an emphasis on single ballistics with some backup energy. The standard Hermes II is missing jump jets, but it's pretty fast at 97 kph before speed tweak. The Hermes 4K replaces all of the existing weapons with 2 large lasers, and finally, I think they could use the HER-6D, which was brought out in 3062 with a single ER medium and, more importantly, a rotary AC5. One of my favourites, the VL-2T Vulcan. Sticking with 40 tons, since it's criminally underused as a weight tonnage in MWO, the Vulcan is a anti-infantry mech, so it hunts down people. It's fast moving like the Hermes II at 97 kph, comes with a single AC2, medium laser, flamer, and a machine gun. It gives it a pretty diverse list of weapons at all ranges, but more importantly, it allows for good customization by you, the player. It helps also that the Vulcan is very unique looking with its ball head and odd proportions. The VL-5T is a pure energy variant that adds 3 more medium lasers at the cost of the AC2, but it adds 2 more ton of armor, and the VT-5S is a mask-enabled variant that brings a UAC5 instead of the standard AC5 and double heatsinks. And finally, we have the VT-6M that brings a light Gauss and light ferrofibrous. Next up, the WTH-1 Whitworth. The Whitworth is known in Battletech by some as the Worthless, or the Tin Woodsman, but honestly it's not bad for 40 tons. Where previous mechs on the medium list here have been autocannon related, the Whitworth is a missile-focused medium. The standard model comes with 2 LRM-10 launchers and 3 medium lasers, so it's not a bad stock layout in their terms. This mech was originally made to fill the gap between the Wasp and the Phoenix Hawk, but it largely failed in those regards, hence the poor rep, and its legs also sometimes would tear off during strenuous manoeuvres. Anyway, the WTH-1H is a missile boat, and when I say that I mean it comes with 8 rocket launcher 10s. Okay, it's a one-pump chump, that's for sure, but that's 8 missile hardpoints. And to round it out, there's the WTH-2A, a 3068 model, slightly breaking it here, but it uses small lasers but has 4 Streak 4s. Now this one's going to be controversial for some of you, I know, but the HCT-3F Hatchetman. It's a 45-ton urban combat mech that brought a hatchet to the fight, hence the name. And yes, MWO doesn't have melee combat, and it probably never will, but I don't see how that makes this any less of a viable machine. The hatchet is counted as part of the weight, but it still brings an AC-10 and 2 medium lasers. Couple this with the jump jets and you have a pretty decent brawler. You have the HCT-5D, a 3062 model that has an Ultra AC-10 and a single ER medium for all that new tech goodness. The HCT-5S is a full Lost Tech upgrade that brings an XL engine, LB10 and 3 medium pulses with ferro. And pretty good if you ask me. I mean, if you want more, okay, how about the HCT-60? It has a rotary AC5 and a trio of ER mediums and ECM. Basically, can we get over the whole hatchet thing and look at it as a decent 45-tonner that brings some crunchy firepower to bear? And it also helps that it looks pretty sweet and opens the door for the far superior Axeman. Next up, the DV-6M Dervish. The Dervish is a really old, truly old design, dates back to the days before the Star League existed. A 55-ton support that that worked alongside mediums and lights, and it was favoured for its agility and ability to quickly move through rough terrain to support other units and set up for other firing positions. The standard 6M is a pretty nice design that features 2 SRM2s, 2 LRM10s, and 2 medium lasers. It's in that weight sweet spot as well for the mediums, and the number of heart points means it can run as a powerful missile boat. It also has jump capability, so it's not land-bound. Other variants are like the 7D. It's a simple Lost Tech upgrade that adds streaks in place of the normal SRM2s, along with ferro armor and double heatsinks, and that gives you more weight for things like ammunition and armor and, bigger weapons. And finally, I'd pick the 8D, a 3062 model that introduced an extra light engine, 4 ER medium lasers, and 2 LRM15s with Artemis. Not bad for something that's nicknamed in universe as the poor man's Archer. And finishing the mediums, the SCP-1N Scorpion. Yeah, it's a massive long shot, so long it makes the clans winning at 2 look feasible, but the Scorpion is a masterpiece of battle mech engineering, and I will fight a duel with all comers who disagree, just leave your name below. Anyway, The 5S is, the 1N is a 55-tonner that brings a single PPC and SRM6 to the field, but the real smart thing with the Scorpion is its low ground clearance, meaning it can very easily use terrain to protect itself from return fire. Granted, in the universe, the old Scorpion was built at a time before things like land mechs existed and became more common and other major technical achievements were made, and this was seen more as an infantry support vehicle, but fuck it, it looks the business. Anyway, other models they could use include the 12S, which uses an LB-10 and retains the SRM-6, and the 12C that brings a NARC beacon in place of the SRM. Look, it's really cool and we need to keep an open mind here, folks. Quad mechs for the win, yeah? Okay, heavy, and I mean just one. There's the CRD-3R Crusader. It's the only heavy remaining from technical readout 3025, and I was honestly saddened to not see it get a release in MechWarrior Online. It's a multi-role battle mech built for all ranges, has decent speed, is jump capable, and the 3R brings a mix of all hardpoints, 2 LRM-15s, 2 SRM-6, 2 machine guns, and 2 medium lasers. It also looks pretty cool, though I give a big chunk of that to the anime styling anyway. The 4D has 2 streak launchers and 2 medium pulse lasers instead. A little hardpoint twinking with the model can work wonders. Want some Civil War tech? How about the 8S that has 2 LRM-10s, 2 medium lasers, and the really deadly new heavy Gauss rifle? That's pretty good, right? And granted, it's 65 tons, some players think that's a dirty weight class, and it's been seen more of a medium than a heavy, but honestly I think MW would benefit greatly from rounding out the original heavy selection of Battletech with this stalwart of the inner sphere. Whether it's an unseen or not, let's see it, PGI. Okay, assaults. The CGR-1A1 Charger. It's an 80-ton assault that runs at 86 kph, and that's before speed tweak. It's considered an abject failure in the Battletech universe because someone honestly thought a scout assault was a good idea. Despite this, the application to this assault can be seen from the weapons loadout alone. 5 small lasers means 5 energy hardpoints, which means fast-moving laser boat. It's not a bad design from an MWO perspective, and well, we need it first to justify things like the Hatamoto Chi, which I'm sure PGI is going to add. Right, PGI? Now, it's not like the developers of Battletech didn't upgrade this themselves as new books arrived, and so you do have better models, such as the 1A9, which reduced its speed but added jump jets, a single LRM-20, and 4 medium lasers with a single small. And as a third version we have the SA-5, which replaced the engine with a light fusion model, added mask, and replaced the weapons with a single LBX-20, 3 ER mediums, and 2 Streak 6 launchers. It doesn't look too bad now, does it? Plus, I think it looks pretty cool, so that helps. And lastly, we have the GOL-1H Goliath. It's the single last 80-tonner of 3025, and it's the second quad mech ever introduced to Battletech. It had a single PPC, 2 LRM-10s, and 2 machine guns. It basically looks like the literal description of a battle mech, i.e. a walking tank. It isn't pretty, it certainly looks like an easy leg sandwich, but you know, it would be a hell of a lot of fun playing a mech that had turret rotation instead of torso twisting, kind of like the urban mech. Plus, you can be the fucking 80-80 of Battletech. And other models do exist as well, obviously, and these improve in areas like the 3M, which gives it an XL engine and replaces the PPC with a Gauss rifle, and the 3S model that has an LB-20, 3 ER medium lasers, and a single LRM-10 with a bonus ER large laser for shits and giggles, plus a light fusion engine rounds out the mech. And finally, we have the 5D, used by the filthy Fed Sons, which has a rotary AC-5, 4 ER mediums, and 2 machine guns. And also has a pretty nice targeting computer in there as well. And that's it, that's my 3025 edition done and dusted. I think all of these models deserve their time in the sun in MechWarrior Online. Next, I'm going to cover the 2750 lineup, and then move on to the likes of the 3039, 3050, 3055, and anything that fits beyond. So, thanks for listening everyone, have a good week, and I'll see you during the week when more videos go up. Bye! Brown, 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 down, 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 down.